Welcome to the 5281 Awards here at the L.A. Calkins Opera House in Denver, Colorado.
It's a beautiful evening to be celebrating some great city employees.
Oh my, and they deserve it.
They are a step above Mile High.
What award will you be receiving tonight?
It's the award for respect for self and others.
Wonderful. What did you do to receive that?
I created 8 lactation rooms in the web building for moms when they come back to work, so they have a nice place.
We won the safety award, so we the home visit team for Denver County Probation.
Well, we are winning for Denver's Wi-Fi.
The Denver International worldly famous best Wi-Fi in the planet?
That's right. That's the fastest airport Wi-Fi on the planet.
What does it mean for you to be an award winner?
It's pretty humbling that that we're a lot of this stuff that we don't necessarily get recognized for, and so just having a night to take mom out, get all dressed up, and
You guys look beautiful. Who are you wearing tonight?
I think it's Cole's.
Kohl's is real hot here.
Have you heard the rumor that teams are going to do a dance-off at one point?
This is the first I've heard of this rumor, so obviously I'm not prepared, so I will be practicing in the bathroom later.
Let's get down there, get to it.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, all you folks back in the bar area there, enjoying some drinks and hors d'oeuvres, come on up and sit down and join us. I'd like to take a moment to welcome everyone to tonight's event. We are thrilled to have you here, and we're thrilled to have an evening where our employees recognize their peers for their outstanding performance. Let's say thank you to them for that. So tonight represents the 2018 5281 Awards for Outstanding Performance across a number of categories. Actually, this sounds like the Oscars, doesn't it? And those categories for us have to do with the values that we treasure so much as a city. There are so many things that make Denver unique. We know about them because we live here. And folks that come to Denver to visit get a really good idea about how great our city is and all the wonderful things that they can experience and enjoy while they're here. It includes our innovative approach to sustainability, the youth programs that we have in place, the creation of our beautiful park system. Kudos to the Parks and Rec group that's here. And the way we empower communities to do more, to be part of their community, and to stand up and make a difference. All of these things have contributed to making Denver one of the places that so many people want to call home and to be a part of and to give back to the city that they love. And thank you, Diane, for that. Now it's time to get the party started. Again, we're so glad you're here, that you're here to celebrate with us and celebrate each other. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you Derek Akubo, the Executive Director of Human Rights and Community Partnerships. Derek, could you please join us?
Good evening. Thank you, Karen. Let's give Karen Naparco a hand. She's the best HR director in the country, as far as what I think. So again, good evening and welcome to tonight's event. I am so excited to be able to play a small role in this, as far as being a part of this festivities where we honor the best of the best that our city has to offer. Tonight, you will hear about how each of the award winners used their talents and skills to make our city a safer place to live by fighting crime and boosting officer safety. You'll hear about folks who've worked with the community and have created housing solutions. You'll hear about how staff have innovated and to solve some of the greatest challenges in our detention systems and to work to aid families in crisis. You'll also hear about folks who have used technological, that's a hard word for me tonight, I guess, advancements to serve the public and are devoted to dealing with problems and creating solutions in serving our community and our employees. But before we go there, we have some special treats for you tonight. We have some special guests to perform this evening and tonight to celebrate our 5281 award winners. We have some entertainment provided by your colleagues and also by some community members that have joined us tonight. So I'd like to introduce to you our first performer, Billy Baldwin from Tech Services. Let me say something about Billy before you get started. Not only is Billy a dedicated staff member in Tech Services, but for the past 4 years, he has also served as a volunteer in our disability accessibility parking program. So he's going out to all these different lots to ensure that our residents living with disabilities have access to parking. And so the tickets and things like that. But I have, over those years, and I continue to see his mileage reports, and he's going all over the city to make sure that our residents have that accessibility to that disability parking. So tonight, he's going to serenade us with 2 songs in honor of our awardees and all city employees. So, Billy, let's give him a mile-high welcome. Billy Baldwin.
Thank you for having me here tonight. The 2 songs I'm going to sing tonight, the first one is actually from a musical called Jekyll and Hyde. It's called This Is the Moment. And I think that this song really speaks to the commitment that the award winners, the individual award winners tonight, have shown to the city of Denver. And if you want to make the city a better place, it starts with the individual. I hope you enjoy it. This is the moment. This is the day when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play. It's here and now, today. This is the moment. This is the time when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather all my past and make some sense at last. This is a moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming, and screaming become one. This is the day. See it sparkle and shine when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I faced the world alone, but now the time has come to prove to them I've made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, the sweetest moment of them all. This is the moment. Damn all the odds. This day or never, I'll sit forever with the gods. When I look back, I will always recall, moment for moment, this was the moment, the greatest moment of them all. Thank you. Sorry, it took a little breath out of me to do that last note there. This next song, I sang a song that spoke to the individual winners, and this next song is about the team winners, the award winners. It's a song by Josh Groban, and I hope you like it. When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come in my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. My beautiful fiancée, Casey Rogers, just showed up out of the whim. We had our daughter in the hospital, and she just got back from the hospital. And I love that woman so much. We're going to get married in 2 months. It's hard to see when she's in the room. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on the stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I love you.
Thank you, Billy. As he was singing, my boys say if I ever sang like that, I'd make their ears bleed. So, Billy, you did not make our ears bleed. You're great. Next, I'd like to introduce the La Alma Recreation Center music program members. They're coming up around the side here. We were introduced to this great ensemble by April De Leon from the Denver Parks and Recreation. But first, before they come up here, I want to introduce Hannah Fink. Hannah, come on up here, who is the generous force behind this great effort in our community. And it is through her vision and her inspiration that this program has grown to be what it is today. So please welcome Hannah. Thank you for being here. And say a few words and introduce the program.
Hello, my name is Hannah Fink, and over there is my co-instructor, Jesse Torres. When I was about 8 years old, I first started playing basketball for the La Alma Lady Jaguars. It was a group of about 7 girls who were coached by the current supervisor of the La Alma Rec Center, Chris Medina. Now, 10 years later, I was wondering how best to give back to the community that fostered so much growth and passion within me. I realized there truly was no better way than to share with them the one thing that I am most passionate about, music. I contacted Chris and we devised a plan to create the first ever music program at La Alma Rec Center. I was able to fundraise about $1,500 through the platform GoFundMe, and I purchased 10 new guitars and various other equipment with the money. We hope to one day see the program grow to include other instruments and have a higher capacity for more students. For the past 4 weeks now, Jesse and I have had the opportunity to teach these incredible students the fundamentals of guitar. None of them had touched a guitar before they started taking this class, but they approached each lesson with positivity and persistence, and it truly has been an honor to watch them learn and grow. 5 of them are joining us here tonight, and they are very excited to be presenting the songs that they are most proud of. So without further ado, Jesse will introduce our first student.
Hi, my name is Jesse Torres. I'm the co-instructor at the guitar program, as Hannah said, and our students are very excited to showcase what they've been learning. So first up, we have Romeo Clairvoy, who is 13 years old and will be playing Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes for us. Thank you very much, Romeo. This is Romeo. Awesome. And next up, we have Romeo's younger brother. His name is Javon Clairvaux, and he is 8 years old. He'll be playing Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple for us. Thank you, Javon. Okay, next up, we have Addie Nelson, who is 9 years old, and she will be playing Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes for us. Awesome. Thank you, Addie. All right, next up, we have another one of the Clairvaux brothers. His name is Jordan Clairvaux, and he's 11 years old. He'll be playing and singing When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars.
I
I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. Should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man.
Awesome. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, we have Chelsea Perez, who is 16 years old, and she'll be playing and singing Say Something by A Great Big World.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'll be the one if you want me to. Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Chelsea. Thank you. Awesome, Hannah, if you'll join me up here. Awesome. Well, Hannah and I want to give a huge thanks to all of you attending and a huge congratulations to all the nominees. We also want to thank Mayor Hancock and Chris Medina, the director of La Alma Recreation Center, who has given us this amazing opportunity to enrich the kids' life with a little bit of music. And they've only been doing it for 4 weeks, but they've been teaching us along the way. So again, thank you to everyone in attendance, and congratulations.
Let's give these guys another hand. You know, I've played guitar a number of years, and I don't think I could even get up here now and play in front of this crowd. But good job, folks. We're very proud of you. Now I'd like to invite to the stage two of last year's award winners, Jesse Hernandez from Denver Human Services and Lieutenant Deborah Thorson from the Denver Fire Department. Let's welcome them.
Good evening. My name is Jesse Hernandez. I'm a Management Analyst 3 and a Process Improvement Coach over at Denver Human Services. I've been there for about 5 years now, a little over 5 years. Last year I was honored to receive the 5281 Award for Accountability. Many of us that work for the city don't do it for the money. We don't do it for the praise or the acclamations. Most of us do it because we want to give back to our community. And being able to be rewarded for that is such a huge honor. DHS is blessed to be under the leadership of our Executive Director, Don Matas, and the excellent guidance of our HR Director, Kat Barker. I'm not sure if Kat's here tonight, but the respect for our community is truly a reflection of how our leadership respects DHS and its employees. For me, that recognition that I received last year was a gift and a blessing. What I chose to do with that gift was my ability to give back to our community by helping our staff and our executive management team. Going forward, don't miss that opportunity to recognize your peers and your fellow employees, writing them up for such an award. It does change their lives, it changes the lives of how they interact with our community. And I'd like to turn it over to Lieutenant Thorson.
It says Jesse speaks first. I'm page 2. Hey, I'm Deb Thorson. I'm a lieutenant with the Denver Fire Department. I'm in charge of public education I do high-rise training, I do extinguishers, I do residential training. I'm also in charge of emergency planning for and approval of all the high-rise and all the buildings in Denver. And also get snagged into once in a while technical inspections. And there's only one of me. So I've been with Denver Fire, it's my 23rd year now. And I just want to know, has anybody in their life ever been told, I don't care what you think, this is the way we've always done it? Oh, don't you hate that? Just hate that. Last year I was awarded the 5281 Award for Safety and Recognition of a new education program we built at Denver Fire for high-rise buildings. We have close to 600 high-rises in Denver, and I just can't get to them all. So we had to do some partnership with a nonprofit and to extend our reach and give better service. I was absolutely thrilled to be recognized last year, and the only word I have is encouraging. Man, now we got to do it some more. We can't stop. But, back to my point is our city, our mayor, actually cares enough to ask you your opinion, your thoughts. How do we make this better? How do we do this better? How do we give better service? And that's just amazing to me. I mean, you can make a difference. You can make a difference just by coming up with a better way to do what you do every day. So, like I said, I'm encouraged, but now I have to keep going. So, the first intro.
And now together we have the great honor of introducing our host for this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm welcome for the mayor of our great city, Mayor Michael B. Hancock.
Jesse's pretty sharp, isn't he? Look at him. You know, in my neighborhood, they say you're casket sharp. I don't know if that's a compliment, though. You know, that would be casket sharp, you know? How you all doing this evening? I ran out to go and congratulate those young people because I made them very nervous before they came up here. I said, listen, we're going to tell them that you're master guitar players. And you can't miss a note when you get up there. So, you know, that's how I do. That's what we do. And so I went back there and said, were you all nervous? He said, yeah, we were very nervous. So Karen and I were talking, we got to find a way to help them get some more instruments, right? So I went back so we could take a picture with them so we can tweet it out and ask folks to contribute. That is the part of the My Denver card program. These young people getting into the rec centers for free now get to take music lessons. And that young man sitting up here singing Bruno Mars, we may see him on American Music Awards someday, right? And it started right here in Denver, Colorado. So I am honored to be here today. Whenever we get a chance to celebrate anyone from the 13,000 employee base of the city and county of Denver. Before I do my very brief words and we get right to the awards, would you all join me in once again celebrating Karen DeParco and the entire Office of Human Resources for the work that they do. I see many members of your office, Karen, here. I'm going to ask you and them to stand because you're more than just an Office of Human Resources. You fight for our employees. You make sure that we're doing things to incentivize them to, one, stay here and continue to work for us, but how we galvanize and celebrate their talents. So Karen, stand up. Office of Human Resources, stand up. I see several members of your team here. Stand up. Yeah. Thank you all. And then there's the 5281 Awards Committee, people who work every year to make sure we pause long enough to celebrate our employees. I'm going to ask those committee members to please stand as well, if you would. Thank you so much for your hard work and dedication on behalf of all of us. Thank you. 5281 means something unique here at the city and County of Denver. It means, as we see up on these screens, a step above the rest, a mile above a mile high. It symbolizes our employees' dedication to excellence in serving the residents of our great city. We are proud of the accomplishments of all of our employees, and tonight we celebrate our distinguished stars, the folks who go above and beyond and who strive to reach new levels in achieving the city's goals. These are our stars, they are the ones who exemplify the City Star values, which are simply service to customers, teamwork, accountability, respect for others, safety, and sustainability. These stars values are at the core of our employees' goals, and tonight we commend and celebrate by recognizing our amazing work. So we're ready to get started, but I want to give a special shout out to Billy. Man, well done. And any woman in your life who moves you to be emotional like that, hold on to her. Did you notice how his voice changed when she walked in? You jacked him all up. Just jacked him up. I caught it. I was emotional. He's thinking about his coworkers. He goes, no, my woman's here. Congratulations to you all. Karen, let's get this party started.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you, everyone, for the entertainment this evening. Thank you to both of you. Okay, so let's get this party really rolling now. It is my great pleasure to give you a little background on 5281 for this year. We received over 100 nominations, and these are nominations from employees recognizing their peers for their outstanding performance. There were so many nominations this year that in many cases it wasn't possible to limit our awards to just one. Hello? Have I lost you? Oh, there we go. So this year, in several categories, we've awarded more than one winner so that we make sure that we have the opportunity to recognize both individuals and teams for their contribution in making Denver the best place in the world. Before we get started, though, I'd like all members of the selection committee to stand for just a moment and be recognized. These are the individuals who won awards last year, and they're involved in selecting the award winners for this year. Again, it's very much an employee recognizing employees. So, it's time. Please stand up. These are the award winners from last year and the selection committee this year. Only a couple of them here, so I'm going to read their names. Jill Brown, Latoya Lindsay is here. Where is Latoya? Oh, she's right behind me. Jessica Aravito, Todd Nielsen, Jesse Hernandez, who stood up, Claudia Chavez, Karen Devine, Lieutenant Deborah Thorson, thank you very much, both of you, for speaking tonight, and Emily Freeman, thank you again. We very much appreciate your time in helping us select from a very, very strong, and it was probably rather difficult, I would expect, field of candidates and nominations for these awards. So we'd like to also thank all the nominators, those that nominated employees for these awards this year, for taking the time to be considerate, to think about it, to take the time to write up your nominations and submit them for these prestigious awards. Thank you very much for that. Okay, it's time now. As I announce each award and the award winner, I'm going to read excerpts from the actual nomination that were submitted on their behalf. So now we'll get started. As the mayor had mentioned, our values are the award, the award categories for the 5281s. And the first one we're going to start with is S, which is for service. Ready? It's going to take a little while, so give me some time. As an outreach case coordinator for the Community Outreach Resource and Engagement, which is called the CORE team, Stacy works directly with the community to find housing solutions. She is a tireless advocate using creativity and perseverance to help her clients find housing and is considered one of the most reliable housing navigators in our city. She can take direct credit for connecting hundreds of individuals to permanent housing. And that means so much to those individuals, as you could imagine. Stacy takes on clients that others have given up on and works diligently, even in the most complex situations, to connect them with benefits and resources. Most recently, Stacy worked with a gentleman who had lost his voucher through the Housing Authority and was banned from receiving services through his mental health provider. Stacy stepped up to ensure that he could have access to housing once again and advocated behind the scenes on his behalf with the Housing Authority to get a voucher reissued, with his mental health provider to reinstate services, and with his medical provider to coordinate appropriate services for him. From there, she continued to work with landlords to find a unit that would accept his reissued voucher. Perseverance is what I would say. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to congratulate Stacy Galvin and welcome her to the stage for the Service to Customers Award. Second award. Over the past 2 years, the Business Technologies Wi-Fi team has made incredible progress with the Wi-Fi system at Denver International Airport. I know this because I use it all the time. Denver is currently recognized as the leading airport in the world, for, for fast and reliable Wi-Fi solutions that this team has implemented. The Wi-Fi covers over 6 million square feet of space and comprises over 700 wireless access points. According to Ookla, the global broadband speed test, Denver has this is quoted, the fastest Wi-Fi we've seen in any airport on the planet, let alone any other planet for that matter. And clearly demonstrates how Denver Airport shines above other airports surveyed. Denver has one of the highest ratings among surveyed airport passengers for Wi-Fi service. This incredibly fast and reliable service has been a huge hit at the airport and is highly applauded among travelers, like me, that come through Denver, as well as the envy of several other airports. What a perfect position for us. Some passengers even planned their connecting flights at Denver based on the speed and the reliability of our Wi-Fi, which is often mentioned on social media. The team has, that's incredible right there. The team has even been known to actively seek out patrons on concourses if they see social media comments about individuals having problems in real time. Quite a bit of good service there from this team. It's my great pleasure. Join me in congratulating the Business Technologies Wi-Fi team from Denver International Airport to the stage. And here they are. That, as you can see, was a team award, and I'll be at the airport tomorrow using that Wi-Fi service. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the teamwork part of our STARS values. Iliel Villalobos has been working on improving the inmate grievance process at the Denver Detention Center and County. Iliel has been collaborating with executives and the Denver Sheriff Department employees to improve the process. In response to the meetings and feedback, he has created a business to track data analytics, including how many grievances have been received, addressed, and how many are still pending. This information also reflects patterns or high-issue areas and helps aid decision-making on what additional changes need to be made in those areas to avoid future grievances. This new process has quantified the entire grievance process, which was not available previously. Throughout this project, Iliel has showed dedication and persistence. He showed teamwork by continually attending reoccurring meetings to communicate and determine the goals of the project. He is continuously respectful to everyone, even if he does not receive the same type of courtesy in return. Great character. This project took approximately 2 months and is ongoing for maintenance and any policy changes that may arise. He continues to attend meetings to discuss what is working well, possible improvements, and any other issues that need to be addressed. Please join me in congratulating Eliel for the Teamwork Award. And now the Teamwork Award or the Team Award in the area of teamwork. This is a good story. Imagine this. Set the stage. Imagine this. It's 12:30 a.m. in midwinter. The wind is howling and it's blowing snow. You are a call taker in the after-hours emergency response team at Denver Human Services, Don Mara's organization. You're told 3 siblings are in danger as their parents are fighting and threatening one another. The police department calls the hotline and tells you that children must be removed from a potentially dangerous situation immediately. One of the responders is notified by the call taker, and she or he gets out of bed to get the children. When the responder arrives, the children are exhausted, dirty, scared, and hungry. Hard to imagine that. They are watched over by a caring professional while a kinship placement is secured for the children with a trusted aunt who can pick them up at 8 o'clock in the morning. This fine group of men and women work 24/7, 365, maybe 385 days a year to always answer after-hours telephone calls. These dedicated individuals and this dedicated team work tirelessly to begin the investigation of the situation. They are certainly not easy tasks. It is superbly orchestrated and choreographed so that no child is in danger after the initial call. It's my great pleasure to thank and congratulate the DHS After Hours Caseworkers team. Congratulations and thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you. Enjoy it. Thank you very much. Now it's time to talk about the team. Whoops, hold on a second. Make sure I'm on the right place here. Yes, the Team Accountability Award. During the week of March 26th, the city experienced 2 citywide network outages due to a software bug. We've all experienced that somehow, somewhere, right? These network outages took down in the city email, internet, applications, and phones, including our customer-facing tools like 311, denvergov.org, and pocketgov.com. That's a big deal. All of that is a very big deal. The Wednesday, March 29th outage was 17 hours long, probably about 16 hours longer than this team would have liked. It was the longest outage of magnitude in recent history. The technology services, the team, worked through the night, probably ate a lot of pizza at the same time. They worked through the night to troubleshoot the cause of the outage, then worked hours more on remedying the issue once it was identified, and finally spent the early morning hours testing all technology systems in the city to ensure functionality was fully restored by the start of the business day. The team prioritized getting a solution in place to bring the network back online. Due to the recent cyber attacks in Atlanta, CDOT, and here in Englewood, and probably in several companies across the U.S., there was extra media pressure concerning this outage, as you could imagine. Many identifying the root cause, or by identifying the root cause, this TS team can implement solutions to prevent this from ever happening again. Please join me in congratulating our technology services team. Thank you, congratulations, and thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your jacket. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you very much for everything that you did. Thank you. Now we'll hear about the winners in the Respect for Self and Others category, which is the R in STARS. Imagine being a new working mom, learning life with a newborn child. Your life revolves around schedules, new schedules, probably very little sleep, and not just your work schedule, but that's the schedule of your baby, which dictates everything. You're dedicated to continue nursing your child, your new child, and now imagine the place you're expected to pump is already occupied and you're forced into a storage room without a lock. You're at work and you want to use your breast pump and it's a very difficult and very personal situation. Unfortunately, this is a reality for many working moms in corporate America and here in the city. Fortunately, City and County of Denver is home to some very dedicated and caring employees like Lizzie Schoon in our own Office of Human Resources. Lizzie identified that nursing mothers needed designated, very private areas for breast pumping. This, with assistance from other city representatives, Lizzie identified and outfitted 7 lactation rooms in the Webb building that are now reserved using the Outlook scheduling system. Some rooms are outfitted with sinks, have refrigerators, comfortable seating, soft lighting, and doors that lock from the inside. Lizzie worked with our OHR leave administration team to provide information about the rooms when new moms return to work. So there's a really nice coordination there. Now new mothers are given a booklet on room usage guidelines, employee rights, safe storage tips, and information about obtaining a breast pump from their insurance carrier. After black belt training, Lizzie monetized this innovation that actually had a soft cost savings of over $55,000. Please join me in congratulating Lizzie. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Team Award for Respect of Self and Others. The CPD Development Services Black Belt Team is comprised of 9 individuals who are currently working on or have submitted a total of 40, count them, 40 innovations during their partnership with Peak Academy. These innovations are having a tremendous impact on the city and have led to service level improvements that have the potential to save the department nearly $200,000 in staff costs and nearly 5,000 hours in staff time. Some of the team's innovations include creation of a CPD landmark electronic stamp, standardization of the process for project coordination zoning review, improving the zoning permit payment process, creation of a project folder checkout system, developing a login standard work and training manual, creating a tracking system for zone lot research, creating landmark electronically fillable PDF application forms, automation, perfect, organized the process of zoning permit research, created a SUDP, counter checklist to help, I have to figure out what that is, counter checklist to help customers understand what they need to submit to obtain a building permit. And this is also significant because, as you know, the level of development and growth in Denver is astronomical, and getting permits and getting our customers taken care of is foremost in their minds. Please join me in congratulating the CPD Development Services Black Belt team for the Respect Self and Others Award. This is great. Thank you very much. And I know the mayor thanks you. Congratulations. 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 Thank you again. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you again. Okay, so now we're moving on to the Team Award for Safety. The Denver County Court Home Visit Team is responsible for creating a simulation training program and a field training program for effective and safe home visits for clientele. In addition, they developed and implemented defensive tactics training for officers going into the field. The home visit team developed the policies, procedures, and practices for all home visits, which help provide appropriate guidance and implementation of correct procedures to promote safety of the officer, safety for clientele, and anyone who lives in the home with them. The team adopted new communication lines with the Denver Police Dispatch and Denver Police, which boosted officer safety by getting access to radios to communicate with dispatch about home service or home visit locations, contacts, and needs. This team's efforts have been essential to building rapport with the clientele that probation serves and the community. Their dedication in keeping everyone safe in the field allows officers to be present and visible in their communities and make important contacts. These newly implemented policies and practices keep officers and the community safe and have been a huge step forward for the services provided. Again, please join me in congratulating the Denver County Court Home Visit Team for the Safety Award. Okay, now on to the individual award for safety. Kent Prose is an investigator in the Economic Crime Unit of the Denver District Attorney's Office. He specializes in the investigation and prosecution support of complex, multi-jurisdictional cases involving violations of the Colorado Organized Crime Control Act. In 2017, seemingly random strings of car thefts and burglaries of condos and apartments in Denver neighborhoods turned into a major bust for the Denver Police Department and Matt because of Kent's efforts. Kent, working with DPD and Matt, uncovered an organized criminal enterprise, the Gutter Punk Crew, remember that name, which resulted in 99 count indictments comprising 123 criminal cases with 123 victims identified and a total loss of over $680,000. This resulted in more than $600,000 worth of stolen vehicles, $40,000 in stolen personal property, and $30,000 in damages to those vehicles. Kent is one of the leading experts in organized crime cases for presentation to the grand jury. Without his tireless work, this case would not have been successfully indicted by the Denver statutory grand jury. The case was so significant that Kent, alongside Kenneth Boyd, and probably a number of other officers and folks from the safety department that worked on this with you, 109, was awarded the 2017 Colorado Auto Theft Investigation of the Year in April 2018. Pretty significant. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Kent Prose for the Safety Award. And now we award the Team Sustainability Award, which is the final S in our STARS values. The Denver Department of Public Health and Environment, Environmental Management and Operations Team, collaborates on the management of all city regulated wastes and environmental compliance requirements. Plus, the EMO team educates city employees on environmental protection and sustainability, public health risks, and responds to public health emergencies, accidents, and chemical spills. All the things that we don't want to think about. On July 4th, 2017, the EMO team was called to action after the Denver Police Department successfully thwarted an illegal sale of a huge volume of fireworks. Denver took possession of a box truck filled with confiscated fireworks. To state and federal authorities, these fireworks constituted 4,800 pounds of DOT Class 1.4 explosives and ignitable and reactive hazardous waste. Disposal of such a large quantity of hazardous waste material required the EMO team to quickly meet regulatory requirements to protect city workers, property, and the health and safety of the public and the environment. Managing this waste was more than just checking the regulatory boxes. The team conducted 16 weekly inspections to ensure the condition of the waste while identifying the most cost-effective and expeditious means to transport and dispose of it. From acquisition to disposal, managing and eventually shipping off the fireworks required management of 63 contract hours, 93 hours of EMO team staff time, and nearly 4 months of waste management. Fireworks are not a small thing. Please join me in thanking and congratulating the Environmental Management Operations team for the Sustainability Award. And finally tonight, we have a special award that this year we felt this nomination was so significant that we wanted to take the opportunity to provide special honorable mention in the respect category and to recognize the truly very respectful and meaningful event that was organized by our employee, Sean DeBerry Johnson. Sean has been able to juggle so many responsibilities as the lead of community affairs for our city. She is called on to respond to community needs, many of which are hard on the heart, yet she does so with such grace. Sean deserves an honorable mention for pioneering several initiatives and staffing the mayor where it gains significant impact. For the first time ever, the city has recognized its veteran employees who have served in some branch of the military at a very special veterans reception that was held in the atrium of the Webb Building. Our veterans felt, and I know this because I spoke with many of them, our veterans felt very much appreciated by the work that Sean did and the recognition for their service to our country and to all of us as citizens at this reception. It was all planned and coordinated by Sean. This is just one example of her tireless work and the great love that she holds for all of us and for our city. Please join me in congratulating Sean for the Respect for Self and Others Honorable Mention Award for 2018. So how cool is all of this? These folks are your 2018 5281 award winners, the top stars of our city, as identified by you. Again, I think the most significant thing of this is employees recognizing other employees, and that's so very meaningful. Please give them one last really big, really loud round of applause. So at the conclusion of our ceremony this evening, I have a number of people to thank, because without all of these folks, an event at this level and at this level of recognition for employees would be very difficult to make happen. So first I'd like to thank our mayor, Mayor Hancock, for your support of 5281. I'd like to thank Derek for your willingness to speak with us. Jesse and Deborah, thank you as well for being part of our celebration. I'd like to thank our new vocalist, Billy Baldwin, who might actually be an actor as well. April DeLeon and the La Alma guitar class with Hannah Finke. We're all gonna start practicing now. I'd also like to thank Kent Rice and the Arts and Venues organization for the prizes they provided under your chairs, and also the entertainment, and again, giving us the ability to use this lovely venue for this event. Also, I think many of you have enjoyed the beer from the Denver beer and cider from the Denver Beer Company and Stem Ciders. That was a really nice donation. The Denver Center for the Performing Arts, and also, which is something that I just feel so strongly with. I'm so thrilled to be involved with this great set of professionals who put their heart into this event. And I'd like to ask them to stand up. Diane Verdevec, who is the chair. Come on up. LaTanya Lacey, who is our honorary chair. Wade Ballmer, who is somewhere walking around. Where is he? Come on up. Janice Cornell. Where she is? Yes. Tyson Martens. Where's she? Tyson? And Megan Whittier. Megan? Woo! And also special thanks to our volunteers. And I would ask that all the other volunteers who are involved, please stand up for a moment and be recognized. All right, come on, it's time to stand up. This is truly a great event. It means so much to us to be able to present awards to employees that have made such a difference in our city. Thank you very much, those appointees and members of management and leadership that attended tonight to support your teams. Thank you very much. And those peers who were able to attend as well. Your support means everything. And this event is getting better and better each year, and it's getting better and better because of all of you. So thank you very much. Enjoy the evening. The bar is open. There may even be some food left. Thanks again for coming.